Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Blue Chelsea TV. A number of players have already departed Chelsea this summer, but which stars should be allowed to leave the club next? Chelsea's pre-season tour of the United States officially starts next week as Enzo Maresca steps up preparations for the 2024 out of 25 season. It's already been a busy summer for the Blues as 5 new players have been signed by the club, while Estevao Willian has also joined the West Londoners, although he will not join up with his new teammates until next year. A number of players have also departed, with Thiago Silva, Ian Maatsen and Hakim Ziyech perhaps the most high-profile. Take a moment to like the video if you are enjoying the content. Subscribe to the channel if you're bumping here for the very first time. Incomings and outgoings are not expected to stop there. However, a number of players remain on the Blues' radar. Some members of the squad also face uncertain futures, with Conor Gallagher, Trevoh Chalobah and Raheem Sterling among those linked with an exit. Some of the players jetting off to USA may not return as Chelsea players, while some futures may not be sorted out right up until the summer transfer window deadline of August 30th. So, who should Chelsea look to move on next? Let's have a look. Chelsea's squad is bloated and needs to be trimmed. Enzo Maresca must have an idea of the players he wants around the squad now he has had a couple of weeks on the training pitches at Cobham, so decisions can now start to be made. For me, 2 players need to be moved on ASAP. These are Romelu Lukaku and Armando Broja. It's clear both do not have a future at Stamford Bridge, and Lukaku already seems set on a move to Napoli. Broja has just not performed in a blue shirt, and a move is needed to progress his career. This, in turn, should allow Chelsea to sign at least one striker. Victor Osimhen, Jonathan David, Ivan Toney, and Samuel Marodian have been linked and would all improve Maresca's squad. Romelu Lukaku is a player Chelsea have been trying to move on for some time, but never been able to do so. That was £97.5 million well spent. There does at least look to be some light at the end of the tunnel with regard to his future though, with Napoli and old friend Antonio Conte looking like they're going to part ways with around £20 million to sign the Belgian frontman. That would be good business for the Blues, but there may well be better business to be done. Trevoh Chalobah being the next player to be sold may well present the best bit of business for the club to do next. Chalobah is an excellent player and would be one Chelsea should not ordinarily look to offload. But they are well stocked in the centre-back department, and a £25 million sale of Chalobah would represent pure profit given his rise through the youth ranks at Stamford Bridge. Any financial fair play and profit and sustainability rules concerns would be put to bed with a pure profit sale. Conor Gallagher represents that too, although Chelsea are less well stocked in the central midfield department. When a young Belgian striker by the name of Romelu Lukaku set the Premier League alight during a loan spell at West Bromwich Albion in 2012, you would have been forgiven to imagine the striker going right to the top of the game. A further loan spell at Everton the following year proved his worth before the Merseyside club broke their transfer record to make the deal permanent. Lukaku went from strength to strength at Goodison, becoming Everton's record Premier League goalscorer. However, since then he has never really replicated this consistently and on the biggest stage. He continued to find the net at Manchester United, Internazionale, and AS Roma, but has never looked at home at these clubs. He looked back to his best under Antonio Conte in Milan during the 2021-22 Serie A triumph. Could the pair revitalize Napoli after a poor title defense last term? As ever, Chelsea have had their checkbook out this summer, welcoming 6 new arrivals, bringing the number of players in the squad to 42. This will need to be trimmed, and the sale of Trevoh Chalobah may ease the pressure of Premier League profit and sustainability rules. Conor Gallagher, an academy graduate, would further Chelsea's case to comply with financial regulations. However, the Blues have less depth in this area. so could hold on to the England international. Alfie Gilchrist is one of those who the club do want to keep that could do with finding somewhere to gain first-team experience. David Washington is in the same camp, and before long Mark Guiu might be too. Cesare Casadei, Leslie Ugochukwu, and others are also unlikely to have a big role to play, so need to go elsewhere for now. Primarily getting any cash for the senior players like Lukaku or Kepa is key. Outside of that, there may well be questions sooner rather than later over Ben Chilwell's role. If the club find a new left back, he could be looking for a new home as well, but that feels unlikely at this stage. Chelsea have to offload a number of fringe players, with more than 40 senior squad members currently on their books. The likes of Trevoh Chalobah, Armando Broja, and Cesare Casadei have all been linked with exits, with the former two set to make the club pure profit given their academy graduate status. But I think one quick deal that will rake in a good few pounds is the exit of Kepa Arrizabalaga, who is reportedly in talks with the Saudi Pro League. The Saudi Public Investment Fund, which owns 4 of the league's top teams, has money to burn, and Chelsea ought to take advantage of that in light of their financial plights. Al Ittihad have already seen one bid rejected, but Chelsea ought not to start playing hardball with a keeper not part of the long-term future. Wrapping up his deal in rapid fashion would be beneficial. The primary concern in terms of outgoings for Chelsea will be offloading players for cash. Whether that's by bringing in pure profit from academy stars or freeing up some wiggle room by pushing out players on big wages. After that, you can start thinking about squad shaping and the players who really have to be moved on, be it Conor Gallagher with a year left on his deal or Trevoh Chalobah, who clearly wants more minutes. Their stock is unlikely to get much higher than at this moment, so it's time to stick or twist with them both, that's all. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you later with another video. Until then, bye-bye.